Hey drummers, hope you're well. Shout out to Adele. This is one of the big drum fills in Hey Joe, even by Jimi Hendrix, played by Mitch Mitchell, of course. This is the big fill that leads into the guitar solo at 1 minute 39. Adele said, can we look at some of the big fills in this song? Yeah, I think this is probably the most iconic one. It is to my ears. There is one 4 bars before this that is paradiddles all the way. And there's a few cool ones at the end as well. But I think this is, for me, this is the biggest of them all. It's a single stroke roll thing all the way, or at least it is to my ears. And man, what a drummer, got to say it. Mitch Mitchell. It's funny, it's one of those drummers that doesn't always get mentioned. I think when drummers list their favourite drummers, we all talk about Jeff Porcaro, I do anyway, we talk about Bernard Purdy, we talk about Buddy Rich, drummers like that. And I think Mitch Mitchell, sometimes, just my take on it, gets a bit overlooked. Now, there's a drummer who practiced his rudiments. Beautiful. Single stroke, double stroke, 6-stroke roll, featuring quite a lot in the fills. Paradiddle, beautiful dynamics, beautiful flow, and it's that kind of jazz sensibility, isn't it, brought to rock music. He was leading the thing from one section to the next. The drumming demanded attention, and the fills are clean as a whistle, beautifully played. Those double strokes when they feature are lovely. The dynamics in this, absolutely beautiful. So just wanted to throw that out there. One of the all-time greats, in my opinion. This fill then is single stroke roll all the way, or at least it is as I'm hearing it. 30-second notes. So if you want to count, and you're playing single stroke roll and you're right-handed, you'd count the 16ths. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and So your right stick is just firing out the 16th notes all the way as you play 30 seconds. It's 1 bar long. There's an accent pattern. It goes like this. So I think that's the most important thing to get your head around first. There's a single accent at the start, and then you've got that but left, right, right. Again, if you're right-handed, which happens 4 times round, and then it ends with but. So I think what I'll do here at first is just play on the snare the whole bar with all the accents. Let's just get our head around the accents first. I'll play 1 bar of the fill, 1 bar groove, 1 bar fill, 1 bar groove. Just with, this isn't the full thing, but just the accent pattern at first, because that's the most important thing. I can't say it enough times. It's a single stroke roll, one stick than the other. So. So we'll play nice and slow. 3 and 4 and. Go a little bit quicker. 3 and 4 and. 3 and 4 and. So that's the big thing. I'm probably going even a bit quicker there at the end than full speed. So that facility, that ability to pick out accents in single stroke roll is just huge here, I would say, in terms of making this sound good for me. I've done various videos about that, which I'll link to below if that's new. Now, next, let's put in the bass drum. The bass drum appears to be happening on the last right. You know, when you get that accent pattern that goes bum, the last of those, that third note in the little flurry of accents with the right stick. So. And can you hear bom, bom on the very last, the fourth one of that little flurry of accents, bom, bom. I reckon there's 2 there, like I've put in the notation. And then there's 1 right at the end as well. So now snare drum, all the accents, all the bass drums. Okay, we'll roll that a little bit. And 3 and 4 and. And little bit quicker. And lastly, around the toms, I think the first note hits the tom-tom, and at the end, with the last 2 rights of that repeating accent phrase, they go to the tom-tom, and then at the very end of the whole thing, or something like that. Like there's finer details of where it goes. I'd personally be less worried about than nailing the accent pattern and the flow. So I reckon, whole thing. And 3 and 4 and 4, here it comes. Here we go. And here we go. Once more at this speed. Okay, let's slow it down. And 4 and even slower. And just for fun, one time, real slow. 3 and 4 and 1 E and a 2 and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. As usual, practice a long version and notation on the channel members page. Shout out to Adele. Perhaps I'll do that one, like I say, 4 bars earlier with the paradiddle sticking. That's loads of fun. Perhaps I'll do that one next. I'll try and do 1 or 2 from later on in the tune for you as well, Adele. Hope that makes sense and helps. It's fast. People are going to say, whoa, I can't do it that fast. Cool, man. Yeah, no, he's really good at playing the drums, Mitch Mitchell. So, so Fire, at least a version of Fire by Hendrix, features in grade 8. Here it is, as if by magic, right here in Trinity Rock and Pop Drums, features in grade 8. I'd say this is similar sort of level. This actually makes me think quite a lot of the drum fills that are in War Pigs by Black Sabbath. That is also in the same book, Trinity Rock and Pop grade 8. This is hard. Like, this is a fast, difficult thing to get sounding good, in my opinion. In those grades, it would feature like 6, 7 or 8, I would think. So if you've not been playing the drums that long, my take is it's probably not massively realistic that you'd get this sounding like Mitch Mitchell. And I'm doing my best, but I'm not pretending that I am as well. I'm getting it, to sound just like him. He's got a very particular feel, and nailing it is a big thing. It's hard, man. So don't sweat it if you've just started playing the drums. Thanks a million for watching as always. Really appreciate it, and I hope that's helpful. See you soon.